Phuket, the largest of Thailand's islands, featured to the southwest of the country. Well, of course it's Phuket. That's where we're going. That's what it's all about.
Hi guys,
Hi, everyone.
Lee and Georgie's Dream Big, Go Big Road to Thailand. And today we thought we'd do something a little bit different because we're both a bit under the weather and show you a little bit of the great adventure that we're hoping to go on. Well, we are going on in January 2022. So as you can see, Lee's been very organised and drawn us up a timetable, and it is packed. So much Muay Thai and a lot of other interesting things to see along the way.
What can I say? Chance favours the prepared mind, and when you've been planning this for as long as what we have, and when you want it as much as what we do, then yeah, we're going to try and get the most out of this experience as possible. Because let's be honest, it'll probably be a couple of years before we get to go back. We have every intention of going back, and next time maybe go visit some friends in northern Thailand.
We're starting off our journey at Simbi Muay Thai.
Now, the reason why we picked Simbi is because it's a fantastic traditional Muay Thai gym, has fantastic facilities, 3 rings, classes start from 7:30 till 9:30 in the morning, back again at 4 till 6. It's really funny because this was the gym that was probably the last one on the list. I've traditionally done striking styles, but Muay Thai and kickboxing was new for Georgie. She'd done previously
Jiu-jitsu,
traditional jiu-jitsu,
professional wrestling.
So because of that, we actually, when we were originally booking this, we actually started off looking at MMA gyms on the off chance that Georgie didn't take to Muay Thai too much. But as it turns out, she loves it.
I do. I love it.
So for that reason, Simbi got quickly added to the extended Muay Thai trip to Thailand. And it's also the gym that we will be staying at the longest. We're staying there for 2 weeks. Part of that was because I was hoping to get a sneaky fight in there representing the gym, seeing as we were going to be there for that long. But we'll see how that one plays out. But yeah, really, really looking forward to Simbi staying in their accommodation, which isn't too far away. We're hoping that it's going to get brought in and included into the sandbox setup that Phuket's currently working with to allow people, what with the current COVID restrictions. But yeah, really can't wait for Simbi. And one of the best things is every Saturday morning they teach the Y Crew.
I'm so excited about that.
George is a big fan of the Y Crew. It's an amazingly traditional, authentic part to Muay Thai.
Giving thanks to the master and to the teacher before the fight just gets me every time when we're watching the traditional Thai fights. So I'm really looking forward to learning how to do that. That'll be amazing.
So yeah, that's Simbi Muay Thai.
So when we leave Simbi, we've only really got the next day before we check in at our next Muay Thai camp. But around the training at Simbi and in between the gyms, we are trying to get out and see some of the local attractions and other places that we're interested in from, looking like yourselves on YouTube and getting interested and invested in our holiday. So one of those places that we've looked at a lot is visiting an elephant sanctuary. And I believe we've now decided to go with the Phuket Elephant Sanctuary as the ethical sanctuary on the island. They've got these amazing walkways that go above the elephants, and there's some interaction which you would want, but it's minimal to lessen the effect on the animals. So we really looked into it a lot and gave a lot of thought to what we wanted to do in terms of seeing the wildlife on the island, but having a minimal impact ethically as well.
Yeah, I mean, there was quite a few different places that you could see. And, we're not lecturing anybody. You do what you do as an individual. But for us, it was very, very important. We want to get up close and personal with these animals, but not in a way that it's going to be detrimental to them. You know, we would never consider riding an elephant or anything like that. But if I get to stand in some water knee deep and throw a bucket of water over one, then I'm game. I want to stroke an elephant's tabs. I'll admit it. But yeah, it was always about being ethical and doing the right thing. But at the same time, appreciating these great creatures which are iconic in Thailand.
Somewhere else that I want to include definitely is a couple that I'm obsessed with. I love Richie and Maybelle. I want to go and see the $1 Million Smile, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting them in person. They seem such a genuinely wonderful couple. Definitely have to put out a video when we're there too.
What I will say is they have been a ray of sunshine in the bleakness of COVID, in their own journey and in their own exploration of life together in Phuket. So I will give them full credit where credit is due.
We love them. So we're definitely going there.
The second Muay Thai gym that we're going to is Summerleigh. I kind of picked this one because it seemed a little bit more of a relaxed atmosphere, and to be honest, a lot of the vlogs and reviews that I've read about it have all said that it's fantastic training, fantastic facilities, but because it's more towards the northern part of Phuket, so it's a bit away from the busyness and the mayhem of Fight Street and other places, that it is a more relaxed atmosphere. And like I said at the beginning, with Georgie not really having done Muay Thai at this point when we originally were planning the journey, it seemed like a good way to bring in a traditional Muay Thai gym that I wanted, but at the same time, it wasn't a full-on hectic fight camp.
They do yoga, they have massages there, and this journey, this holiday for us has been 2 years in the booking so far. So I've had 2 more years of Muay Thai training, and I am really looking forward to that side of it now. But when we originally booked it all, it was about making sure that I was comfortable on the holiday too, which I was grateful to Lee for.
They've got an on-site pool, they've got on-site apartments. Again, like most of the classes that you'll see out there, the classes start between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. They're normally about 2 hours in length. The other thing that I will say is throughout our time in Thailand, we will be having a lot of one-to-ones as well, because from my experience of having one-to-ones with my coach, trainer, Dan, that one-on-one focus is absolutely amazing. I can't put a price on the experience and the knowledge that you get pushed on yourself in a one-to-one environment. So we will be having one-to-ones at Summerleigh with the coaches, and we're really, really looking forward to it. And also the package we get free hand wraps and t-shirt. I'm all for the fight gear.
We're going to need a lot more luggage space coming back than when we go out for the amount of gear that we're looking to purchase while we're there.
Who doesn't?
T-shirts, shorts, hand wraps. I think Lee will be disappointed if we don't come home with some gloves and shins as well.
I'll wear them all back. I'll just put one pair of shorts on top of the other.
The other part that's really important to us while we're out there is to get immersed in the culture as well. So we really want to visit Wat Chalong while we're in Phuket. It's not far from the fight camps that we're staying at, so that's fantastic. And it does look like we might not be able to get across to Bangkok with the COVID situation the way it is. I've thrown up a few photos because this is the part where we were hoping to maybe fly over to Bangkok for a day. It's only about half an hour, I think, or an hour flight. So it would have been fantastic to just pop over and see some of the sites like the Grand Palace, Wat Arun, the Temple of the Dawn. And I really wanted to do a boat trip between them in one of the old-fashioned longboats as well, to sort of really kind of immerse ourselves. But still hoping to do that, but we're realistically not sure how much we're going to be allowed to move around in Thailand whilst we're out there, although we will be stinting out our 2-week sandbox period in Phuket at the fight camps beforehand. And actually, I forgot to mention that about Summerleigh. They just announced today that they've been accepted as a sandbox accommodation. So if you wanted to spend your first 2 weeks at Summerleigh before you can then freely move around Thailand, you can do that with Summerleigh now. Simbi, we are still waiting to hear on, but hopefully that's going to pave the way for that, and we'll be able to do that there too. The other thing we really are looking forward to as one of our top things is seeing Big Buddha, the Big Buddha in Phuket. And Lee especially wants to do
the Big Buddha Run. Big Buddha is this huge stone Buddha which still hasn't been completed. They're still building it, but it is at the top of an absolute massive mountain. It's fantastic, as you can see from the picture. The views are amazing. And for anybody that follows the Tiger tryouts, the Big Buddha Run is a common occurrence in those, and also it's something that's incorporated by a lot of gyms out there. AKA do it as well. But yeah, just really want to run up a really big hill.
I think it's about 4.2 kilometers, but the angle is steep.
It's insane.
Steep. So our training up and down the rocky steps at the end of our road is all about that and building up the stamina for the run to Big Buddha. So we'll see how we get along with that when we get out there.
And that brings us lovely and nicely into AKA. AKA is, well, what can you say? Run and owned by Mike Swick, world famous facilities. You can list the fighters that have trained there. It's not just a Muay Thai gym, it's an MMA gym. We've chosen to go with individual day passes for this one because we were originally moving around a lot more than what we're going to do. So we've got 6 sessions, I believe, and 3 one-to-ones planned, which we're going to spread across, I think it was about 4 or 5 days. So that'll allow us time to do other things as well, taking a few of the sites in the area, because we're moving around the island quite a bit. And the other fantastic thing is we are stopping in a beautiful hotel just up the road, which actually overlooks the gym. The name of the hotel is?
The View, the Rawada View.
Really looking forward to that. Fantastic pools. The fact that it's just so close to AKA is amazing.
It's nestled into the side of the mountain. Ever seen any of the YouTube videos of AKA where they pan around to show you the view around the area, and you've seen a hotel nestled into the mountain just behind it? That's the one we're going to be staying at, and the views from there are absolutely stunning. So we're really hoping that they're going to be even better in real life.
Absolutely. And finally, last but not least, Tiger Muay Thai.
Fitness Street.
The mecca of Phuket and Thailand for its fitness. Listed on so many different vlogs. It's kind of where it all happens. For us, we wanted to go to Tiger because there's a crew there by the name of Crew O who teaches traditional Muay Baran and Krabi Kurong, and these are 2 particular things that I would so like to do while we're out there. So we're going to spend some time at Tiger. We're going to stop in a hotel on Fitness Street, so plenty of massages as well.
Yep. And I believe you've already spoken with Crew O, potentially, because Crew O also has his own studio for traditional Thai bamboo tattooing and sakyants, tattoos with the blessings.
So this is our itinerary. It is subject to change, but hopefully not too much of a change because we've changed it so many times over the last 2 years. that we just want to go there now and have fun, live that dream, live that adventure that we've waited for, and share that experience with you all.
Yeah, just really can't wait to get out there now, but we need to put in the hard work for making sure we're at the best possible us that we can be to go out there and make the most of it as well. So it'll be a hard slog while we're out there, but the fitter we are and the more conditioned we are before we go, we personally feel that that will help to not only make it easier to keep up with the training, but help us to make sure we get the most out of the training that we possibly can as well.
So thank you very much for joining us for day 18 and a walkthrough of our itinerary.
The great adventure
continues.
Dream big, go big.
Thanks very much.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.